Close your eyes, sleep, Paws, the moonlit journey. Once upon a time, in a quiet forest where the trees whispered secrets and the stars danced in the sky, there was a magical meadow called Sleepy Paws Meadow. This was no ordinary meadow. It was a place where animals came to rest their tired paws, wings, and tails, and where dreams were born under the watchful glow of the moon. Tonight, the moon was especially bright, casting a silvery light over the meadow. Luna the rabbit, the sleep guide of the forest, hopped into the clearing. Her soft white fur glowed in the moonlight, and her gentle voice carried the promise of sweet dreams. "Close your eyes, sleep, Paws," Luna whispered. "Tonight, I'll take you on a moonlit journey, a soothing adventure to help you drift off to sleep." The animals gathered around, their eyes heavy with sleep. Oliver the owl perched on a low branch, Milo the mouse curled up on a bed of moss, Bella the bear cub snuggled with Fern the fox, and Pippin the porcupine rested by the bubbling brook. Even Lila the deer and Sammy the squirrel had joined, their heads nodding as they listened to Luna's calming voice. The moonlit journey. Luna began her story, her voice soft and rhythmic like the gentle sway of the trees. Once, in the heart of the forest, there was a hidden path known only to the animals who believed in magic. This path was called the Moonlit Trail, and it led to the most peaceful place in the world, the Dreaming Pool. The Dreaming Pool was a magical pond where the water sparkled like diamonds and the surface reflected the stars above. It was said that anyone who drank from the pool would fall into the deepest, most restful sleep and have the sweetest dreams. One night, a little hedgehog named Hazel couldn't sleep. Her mind was filled with thoughts of the day running through the forest, gathering berries and playing with her friends. She tossed and turned, but sleep wouldn't come. That's when Luna appeared. "Follow me," she said. "I'll take you to the Dreaming Pool." Hazel followed Luna down the moonlit trail. The path was lined with glowing flowers that lit up like tiny lanterns, guiding their way. The air was filled with the soft hum of crickets and the gentle rustling of leaves. As they walked, Luna pointed out the wonders of the night. "Look, Hazel," she said. "The stars are painting pictures in the sky. Can you see the bear, the fox, and the owl?" Hazel looked up and smiled. The stars seemed to twinkle just for her. Finally, they reached the Dreaming Pool. The water shimmered like liquid silver, and the stars above reflected perfectly on its surface. Luna dipped a paw into the water and offered it to Hazel. "Drink a little," she said, "and let the magic of the pool carry you to sleep." Hazel took a small sip. The water was cool and sweet, and as she drank, she felt her worries melt away. She curled up on the soft grass beside the pool, and within moments, she was fast asleep. In her dream, Hazel found herself floating on a cloud, surrounded by her forest friends. They laughed and played, and the world felt peaceful and safe. When she woke the next morning, she felt refreshed and happy, ready for a new day. From that night on, whenever Hazel couldn't sleep, she would remember the moonlit trail and the Dreaming Pool, and she would close her eyes, knowing that peace and rest were always within reach. As Luna finished the story, she looked around the meadow. Oliver the owl was already asleep, his feathers puffed up like a pillow. Milo the mouse was curled into a tiny ball, his whiskers twitching as he dreamed of fields of golden wheat. Bella the bear cub was snoring softly, her paw resting on Fern the fox's tail. Lila the deer rested her head on a soft patch of grass, her ears flicking as she dreamed of dancing in the moonlight. Sammy the squirrel was tucked into his tree nook, his tail wrapped around him like a blanket. And Pippin the porcupine was fast asleep by the brook, the sound of the water blending with a lullaby in his dreams. Luna smiled and whispered, "Good night, Sleep Paws. May the moonlit journey carry you to the sweetest dreams." And with that, she hopped back to her burrow, where she closed her eyes and let the magic of the night carry her off to sleep too. The next night, the forest was even quieter than before. A soft mist hung in the air, and the moon shone like a glowing pearl, casting gentle shadows across Sleepy Paws Meadow. Luna the rabbit hopped into the clearing, her ears twitching as she listened to the peaceful sounds of the night. "Welcome back, Sleep Paws," Luna whispered, her voice as soft as a feather. "Tonight, I'll take you on another soothing adventure, this time to the whispering woods where the trees tell stories and the wind sings lullabies." The animals gathered once more, their eyes heavy with sleep. Oliver the owl perched on his branch, Milo the mouse nestled into his mossy bed, Bella the bear cub leaned against Fern the fox, and Pippin the porcupine found his spot by the brook. Even a few new friends had joined Toby the turtle and Polly the porcupine, who had heard about the magical stories and wanted to experience them too. Luna began her tale. The Whispering Woods. Long ago, deep in the heart of the forest, there was a special grove known as the Whispering Woods. The trees here were ancient and wise, their leaves rustling with secrets and stories from long ago. The wind that blew through the grove carried a gentle melody, like a lullaby that could soothe even the most restless hearts. One night, a little fox named Ruby couldn't sleep. She had been exploring the forest all day, and her mind was filled with excitement. She tried counting stars and listening to the crickets, but nothing worked. That's when Luna appeared. "Come with me," she said. "I'll take you to the Whispering Woods, where the trees will help you find peace." Ruby followed Luna through the forest, the moonlight guiding their way. As they walked, the air grew cooler and the sounds of the night grew softer. Soon they reached the edge of the Whispering Woods. The trees here were tall and majestic, their branches reaching up to the sky. As Ruby stepped into the grove, she heard a soft whisper. "Welcome, little one," the trees seemed to say. "We have stories to share." Luna and Ruby sat beneath a large oak tree, its trunk wide and sturdy. The wind began to hum a gentle tune, and the trees started to tell their stories. One tree spoke of a brave squirrel who saved his friends from a storm. Another told the tale of a kind deer who helped a lost bird find its way home. And still another shared the story of a wise old owl who taught the forest animals the importance of rest. As Ruby listened, she felt her worries melt away. The stories were so calming, and the wind's melody wrapped around her like a warm blanket. Before she knew it, her eyes grew heavy, and she curled up at the base of the oak tree. Luna smiled and whispered, "Sleep well, Ruby. The Whispering Woods will watch over you." And with that, Ruby drifted off to sleep, her dreams filled with the gentle whispers of the trees and the soothing melody of the wind. As Luna finished the story, she looked around the meadow. Oliver the owl was already dreaming, his feathers puffing up as he let out a soft hoo-hoo in his sleep. Milo the mouse was snuggled under a leaf, his tiny paws twitching as he dreamed of running through fields of golden wheat. Bella the bear cub was curled up with Fern the fox, their breaths rising and falling in perfect harmony. Lila the deer rested her head on a soft patch of grass, her ears flicking as she dreamed of dancing in the moonlight. Sammy the squirrel was tucked into his tree nook, his tail wrapped around him like a blanket. Toby the turtle was fast asleep by the brook, his shell glistening in the moonlight. And Polly the porcupine was dreaming peacefully, her quills rising and falling with each gentle breath. Luna smiled and whispered, "Good night, Sleep Paws. May the whispering woods carry you to the sweetest dreams." And with that, she hopped back to her burrow, where she closed her eyes and let the whispers of the trees carry her off to sleep too. On the third night, the forest was bathed in a soft golden glow. The stars seemed to twinkle a little brighter, and the air was filled with the faint scent of lavender and honey. Luna the rabbit hopped into Sleepy Paw's meadow, her nose twitching as she greeted her friends. "Welcome, Sleep Paws," Luna said, her voice as gentle as a summer breeze. "Tonight, I'll take you on a journey to meet the Dreamweaver, a magical creature who weaves the sweetest dreams for all the animals in the forest." The animals gathered once more, their eyes already growing heavy with sleep. Oliver the owl perched on his branch, Milo the mouse curled up in his mossy bed, Bella the bear cub snuggled with Fern the fox, and Pippin the porcupine settled by the brook. Lila the deer, Sammy the squirrel, Toby the turtle, and Polly the porcupine were there too, along with a new friend, Willa the wolf pup, who had heard about the magical stories and wanted to join. Luna began her tale. The Dreamweaver's Gift. Deep in the heart of the forest, beyond the whispering woods and the starry canopy, there lived a mysterious creature known as the Dreamweaver. The Dreamweaver was a small silvery fox with fur that shimmered like starlight and eyes that glowed like the moon. She had a special gift. She could weave dreams for the animals of the forest, crafting them from threads of starlight, moonlight, and the softest whispers of the wind. Every night, the Dreamweaver would visit Sleepy Paw's meadow and spin her magical threads into beautiful dreams. She would weave dreams of flying through the clouds, swimming in crystal-clear lakes, and exploring enchanted gardens. She made sure every animal had a dream that was just right for them. But one night, the Dreamweaver noticed that some of the animals were still having trouble sleeping. Their minds were filled with worries about the day, about their friends, or about things they couldn't quite explain. The Dreamweaver knew she had to do something. She called upon her friends, the fireflies, to help her. The fireflies gathered around her, their tiny lights flickering like little lanterns. Together, they created a special dream of peace and comfort. The Dreamweaver wove threads of golden light, soft whispers, and the scent of lavender into a dream so calming that it could ease even the busiest minds. She called it the dream of gentle hearts. That night, as the animals slept, the Dreamweaver visited each one. She placed the dream of gentle hearts in their minds, and as they dreamed, they felt their worries melt away. They dreamed of warm hugs, kind words, and the feeling of being safe and loved. From that night on, the Dreamweaver made sure to include the dream of gentle hearts in every dream she wove. And whenever the animals felt worried or restless, they would remember the Dreamweaver's gift and know that peace was always within reach. As Luna finished the story, she looked around the meadow. Oliver the owl was already asleep, his feathers fluffed up like a pillow. Milo the mouse was curled into a tiny ball, his whiskers twitching as he dreamed of fields of flowers. Bella the bear cub was snoring softly, her paw resting on Fern the fox's tail. Lila the deer rested her head on a soft patch of grass, her ears flicking as she dreamed of running through a sunlit meadow. Sammy the squirrel was tucked into his tree nook, his tail wrapped around him like a blanket. Toby the turtle was fast asleep by the brook, his shell glistening in the moonlight. Polly the porcupine was dreaming peacefully, her quills rising and falling with each gentle breath. And Willa the wolf pup was curled up beside her, her nose twitching as she dreamed of adventures in the stars. Luna smiled and whispered, "Good night, Sleep Paws. May the Dreamweaver's gift bring you the sweetest, most peaceful dreams." And with that, she hopped back to her burrow, where she closed her eyes and let the Dreamweaver's magic carry her off to sleep too. On the fourth night, the forest was alive with a soft, silvery glow. The stars above seemed to dance in the sky, forming patterns that told ancient stories. Luna the rabbit hopped into Sleepy Paws' meadow, her ears perked up as she listened to the gentle rustling of the leaves. "Welcome, Sleep Paws," Luna whispered, her voice as soothing as a lullaby. "Tonight, I'll take you on a journey to the Cloud of Dreams, a magical place where the softest dreams are made and every worry disappears." The animals gathered once more, their eyes heavy with sleep. Oliver the owl perched on his branch, Milo the mouse nestled into his mossy bed, Bella the bear cub snuggled with Fern the fox, and Pippin the porcupine settled by the brook. Lila the deer, Sammy the squirrel, Toby the turtle, Polly the porcupine, and Willa the wolf pup were there too, along with a new friend, Hazel the hedgehog, who had heard about the magical stories and wanted to join. Luna began her tale. The Cloud of Dreams. High above the forest, beyond the Starlight Bridge and the Whispering Woods, there was a magical place called the Cloud of Dreams. This cloud was no ordinary cloud. It was soft and fluffy like a giant pillow, and it glowed with a gentle golden light. The Cloud of Dreams was where all the sweetest dreams were made. Every night, the dream sprites, tiny, glowing creatures with wings like butterflies, would gather on the cloud and weave dreams from threads of starlight, moonlight, and the softest whispers of the wind. One night, a little bunny named Bree couldn't sleep. Her mind was filled with thoughts of the day hopping through the meadow, nibbling on clover, and playing hide and seek with her friends. She tried counting stars and listening to the crickets, but sleep wouldn't come. That's when Luna appeared. "Come with me," she said. "I'll take you to the Cloud of Dreams, where the dream sprites will help you find peace." Bree followed Luna through the forest, the moonlight guiding their way. As they walked, the stars above seemed to twinkle brighter, as if they were cheering her on. Finally, they reached a clearing where the sky seemed to open up. There, floating above them, was the Cloud of Dreams. It glowed with a soft golden light, and its surface shimmered like 1,000 tiny stars. The dream sprites fluttered around the cloud, their wings leaving trails of glittering light. When they saw Bree, they smiled and waved her up. "Come, little one," they said. "We have a special dream just for you." Bree climbed onto the cloud, and it was the softest thing she had ever felt. The dream sprites began to weave a dream just for her, using threads of starlight, moonlight, and the scent of lavender. In her dream, Bree found herself in a meadow filled with flowers that sang lullabies. The sun was warm, the breeze was gentle, and her friends were all there, laughing and playing. She felt so happy and peaceful that she didn't want to wake up. When it was time to return, the dream sprites guided Bree back to the forest. "Remember," they said, "you can always return to this place in your dreams. Just close your eyes and let the stars guide you." Bree thanked the dream sprites and followed Luna back to Sleepy Paws Meadow. By the time they arrived, Bree was so tired that she curled up on a soft patch of grass and fell fast asleep. As Luna finished the story, she looked around the meadow. Oliver the owl was already asleep, his feathers fluffed up like a pillow. Milo the mouse was curled into a tiny ball, his whiskers twitching as he dreamed of fields of flowers. Bella the bear cub was snoring softly, her paw resting on Fern the fox's tail. Lila the deer rested her head on a soft patch of grass, her ears flicking as she dreamed of running through a sunlit meadow. Sammy the squirrel was tucked into his tree nook, his tail wrapped around him like a blanket. Toby the turtle was fast asleep by the brook, his shell glistening in the moonlight. Polly the porcupine was dreaming peacefully, her quills rising and falling with each gentle breath. Willa the wolf pup was curled up beside her, her nose twitching as she dreamed of adventures in the stars. And Hazel the hedgehog was snuggled close to Pippin the porcupine, her tiny paws twitching as she dreamed of exploring the cloud of dreams. Luna smiled and whispered, "Good night, Sleep Paws. May the cloud of dreams carry you to the sweetest dreams." And with that, she hopped back to her burrow, where she closed her eyes and let the stars guide her off to sleep too. Sweet dreams, little one. Close your eyes, Sleep Paws.